This ghost story speaks to the New York House of Evil. The New York House of Evil is a pre-Civil War house that had stood the test of time well and is located in upstate New York on Route 14. As with many old houses, the servant quarters were in a separate unit and parallel to, but did not intrude upon the main section of the house. It was this section of the house that a couple, Jane and Harry, had occupied. Another couple, Parker and Rebecca Keegan, cousins to Jane and Harry, were interested in renting and occupying the main house, which contained 8 rooms to contain them, their daughter and new expected child. Parker K. is a practical man, not much given to daydreaming and speculation, as his work entailed transporting explosive and inflammable products. Rebecca K. is more emotional type, as she is an artist, freelance, and a salesperson. The ground floor consisted of a large front room with 2 windows facing the road and 2 facing the other way. Next to it was an old-fashioned dining room, and branching off from it, a narrow kitchen and small laundry room near a lovely staircase. It was at this point that the 2 apartments, which made up the house, connected, and one could be entered from the other. Underneath the front stairway was a closet, and the door leading to the other side of the house. But found was another enclosed stairway, was a closet and a door leading to and from a bedroom at the top of the front stairs into the dining room. Exactly below this enclosed staircase were the cellar stairs leading into the basement. There were 3 cellars, one under the servant quarters, one underneath the front room, and one below the dining room. The upstairs contained 2 large and 2 small bedrooms, but only the 2 large were heated. As Rebecca stepped into the cellar under the dining room, she grew panicky, and this occurred each time she entered this area. Nevertheless, they decided to rent the space and inform the landlord, who strangely inquired whether they were religious. The first night in the house, Rebecca noticed strange noises and crackly sounds, but blamed it on the old heating pipes and dismissed them. However, it went on night after night, and soon she heard heavy footsteps coming up the stairs, yet no one had entered through the front door. The cousin, living in the adjoining quarters, soon after took her daughter and left both her husband and the house. The husband also soon left the house, and Rebecca was left alone with whatever was in the house. She then started to hear someone crying in the now empty side of the house, as well as on occasion the sound of someone opening and closing the cupboards in rapid succession. When Parker arrived, he found Rebecca hysterical and investigated and found nothing. He was not one to believe in the supernatural, but then he also heard the sound of cupboards opening and closing. He ran to the kitchen, but upon entering, the noise stopped. Their baby was then born, and the other empty apartment was rented by an older couple, the Winters. It was not long before Mrs. Winters reported strange noises. It was accepted by all that the house was haunted. Injuries to all started to occur, even the children. Rebecca's mother offered to take the children, but would not enter the house. Things got worse, as teacups were torn out of people's hands and thrown across the room. Incredible though it may be, the Keegans stayed in the house for 2 years, probably due to the fact that they could not afford to move. Her sister Susan came to stay, and she was a no-nonsense type. One night while watching the television, Both Rebecca and Susan saw the face of an evil-looking entity looking in the window at them. Susan soon left. Shortly after, the Keegan family finally gave in and left the New York House of Evil, and all returned to normal for them. The New York House of Evil is still there on Route 14. People move in and then people quickly leave. Thank you very much.